Good evening. Welcome to Dispatch. I'm Roy Smith, your dispatcher. Dispatch is a weekly show devoted to keeping you on track as you build and operate your model railroad. Thanks for joining me tonight. First up, I want to thank you for watching the latest episode on this channel called the Echo Canyon Project. In it, I summarize the 15 episodes in the Echo Canyon series. How did we get from this to this? That's what we're going to talk about in today's episode. I appreciate the comments that you posted in response to that video. I'd like to share a couple of those comments with you. In the comments, Jared Wood wrote, "I live in the Salt Lake area and love the Evanston Subdivision. You do a great job of creating one of the coolest places in Utah and maybe even the country." Well, Jared, thank you. Let me just say that I have been to Utah a number of times, and in my opinion, it is a beautiful place. It's a pleasure to recreate a small portion of it on my layout. Jeffrey Blackman writes, "I did not realize that you did this in 6 months' time. I missed a few episodes at the very start, it seems. It's very cool seeing the canyon rise from the ground." Well, Jeffrey, I sort of lost track myself while I was working on the Echo Canyon project and several other projects simultaneously, but I have enjoyed sharing my progress with you. Jerry Satariel writes, "What an awesome layout and excellent job on the canyon. You sure nailed the detail of that area of your layout. I have to say your cliffs are some of the best I've seen." Thank you, Jerry. Trying to replicate the prototype of my layout has been one of the most enjoyable parts of modeling the Evanston Subdivision. Jerry Bostic writes, "Do you believe your commitment to upload a video every week motivated you to finish this project as quickly as you did?" Troy, thanks for asking. Yes, producing a video every week has kept me moving on the layout even when I wanted to take a break. But that's a good thing because I'm the world's slowest model railroader, and making videos about Echo Canyon motivated me to keep on going. And lastly, Rick B., also known as Plastic Butcher, writes, "Echo Canyon is looking great, Roy. I can't wait for next week's episode. Great cliffhanger, by the way. Ha ha." Rick is talking about the announcement that I made during the video, in which I said I will be describing important changes to my track plan without specifying what those changes will be. I'm excited about the changes and will tell you all about them on Saturday. But Rick, speaking of cliffhangers, do you know why a cliffhanger is like a noose? No? Well, I'll tell you. They both leave you hanging. Boy, when you watch this channel, you do so at your own risk. Again, thanks to all of you for the very nice comments you posted. I wish I could respond to all of them right here on the show, but time won't permit me to do that. So, moving on. Up next, photo of the week. This week's photo was taken in Echo Canyon on my layout. In the photo, a covered hopper train is hauling soda ash westbound from the Trona mines and processing plants that are located 20 miles west of Green River. Now I invite you to send me a photo of your layout to share in this segment of the show. You can post your photo on the Evanston Sub Facebook page. I will put the link to the Facebook page down below. From there, I will share your photo on this show. Of course, when I share your photo, I will give you a shout out. Now, mail call. At first, I was planning to say that there will be no mail call in tonight's show because nothing came in the mail for my layout this week. Well, that is true. Nothing came from my layout. However, I did receive a couple of these HO scale Swift Premium reefers. No, I'm not about to switch to HO scale. not in this lifetime in any case, but I do know somebody who is an HO scaler, and I'm going to give them to him at Steamtown on May 18th because I know he likes them. Speaking of Steamtown, that brings us to announcements. I have two important announcements tonight. First this, David Popp of Model Railroader Video Plus will be appearing on Steve Brown's Track Smack live broadcast this coming Saturday morning. That's February 16th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. David Popp is the producer of Model Railroader Video Plus, and he appears in many of its episodes. Most recently, he has been working on the N-Scale Canadian Canyon series at MRVP.
Hello, I'm David, and welcome to Model Railroader Video Plus, the subscription video website from Model Railroader magazine. If you're interested in getting started in the hobby of model railroading, or you're an experienced modeler looking for new ideas and techniques, then you've come to the right place.
I will put a link to TrackSmack down below so that you can go on over there on Saturday morning. You won't want to miss this week's show. I will also put a link to MRVP down below. David Popp is one of my two heroes. The other, of course, is Steve Brown. In other announcements, I'd like to remind you about the Steamtown event during the weekend of May 18th and 19th. We're having a big get-together there at Steamtown National Historic Site in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Again, that's going to be on Saturday, May 18th, and you are invited. Sparky 107 is organizing the event.
Well, good day, Model Railroaders. On May 18th, 2019, I'm going to be taking a trip to Steamtown National Historic Site in Scranton, Pennsylvania. And I'd love for you to show up. A little bit of a meet and greet for the YouTube community, so everybody can get together, meet each other, shake each other's hands, and have a great day with trains.
Sparky says that more than 100 people have signed up to go to Steamtown so far. That's a lot of people, but it's just part of what I like to call Steamtown Weekend. After spending the day at Steamtown, we're going to visit the Hudson Model Railroad Club that night. Visiting the club will be a lot of fun. I hope all of you are planning to go.
Hey everyone, in this video I'm returning to a really awesome place called the Hudson Model Railroad Club, situated right here behind me.
A great big thanks to JP Videos for that clip. I'll put a link down below so that you can watch the rest of his video. The next day, Sunday, May 19th, you're invited to go to Horseshoe Curve National Historic Landmark near Altoona for some non-stop rail fanning in the mountains of Pennsylvania. These three activities on May 18th and 19th, Steamtown, the Hudson Model Railroad Club, and Horseshoe Curve, all add up to a spectacular weekend. My wife, Eleanor, and I are going, and I hope to see you there. I will put a link to my playlist down below containing videos by Sparky, JP Videos, and myself and others, so that you can learn more about the event. Be sure to check out the playlist. Now, if you would like to announce any upcoming events here in Dispatch, just let me know. Next, our question of the week. This week's thought-provoking question is, what system do you use to power your layout? NCE, Digitrax, or some other system? What do you like about the system? Let us know in the comments down below. I will share your answers in next week's Dispatch. I hope to include a question of the week every week on the show. So if you have a question that you would like to ask of everyone, just post it in the comments down below and I will ask it in our next question of the week. There's just a few more things I would like to say briefly. First, you may be wondering why Dispatch isn't a live stream. Well, for now I hesitate to present it as a live stream because we already have so many of them, one just about every day. The market's getting saturated. I, for one, hardly have time to attend more than one or two of them each week. I do want to say one thing though. I consider interaction with my friends in the hobby to be one of the best things about model railroading, and this show is one way to interact with you. I also want to say that Dispatch has no fixed format. We may be adding additional segments and features as time goes on. For example, we could add short video interviews with friends in the hobby, or tips and editorial commentaries. Let me know what you'd like to see on the show. Don't leave just yet. Let me first remind you to go on down to the comments section when this video ends. Also, let me remind you that I will be posting a new episode at 9 a.m. this Saturday, as I normally do every Saturday. In this Saturday's episode, I plan to tell you about those major changes to my track plan and why I want to make those changes. I hope you will join me then. In the meantime, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Thank you for watching this episode of Dispatch. I'm Roy Smith, and I will see you on Saturday.